Hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of Anywhere We Go. I was gonna prepare. I was journaling and then I realized I was like, ba't parang gusto ko mag-speak? I wanna voice out the things because my tonsils have been yearning has been signaling to me that I need expression. SPX delivery, Shopee. Hi crush, tara, shopping people. The fuck? It's been a long time. The last time I uploaded a podcast, maybe it was last year. I have no idea. I have recorded a lot of things, but the thing is, I was still in the moment. I couldn't speak of things in the moment. Like, ano yung i-share ko yung like while I was doing the experiment? All I can share is conclusion. I think therefore I am. Sigmund Freud? I have no idea. I mean, I might. I just can't connect the dots right now. Hydrate. Okay. I found the word heuristics. Heuristic means proceeding to a solution by trial and error or by rules that are only loosely defined. That's basically how I've functioned in life. Heuristically. I'm a heuristic learner. Heuristic learning. And I was like, oh my god, damn, this is how I've been. There have been words that I have found that resonated with me. Like, ang rami kong nalalearn na words. Like, resonate. It's like, resonance is when two frequencies match. Timabaku. And then, I also learned about esoteric. Esoteric means that it's intended for or likely only to be understood by a small number of people with a specialized knowledge or interest. Esoteric kind of feels like gatekeeping. Mga gate-kept. Institutionalization. Esoteric institutionalization. It's basically just smart people keeping things to themselves and hiding behind a wall of jargon and a wall of with AI, I've realized that it's like the democratization of knowledge. It's like one of the positives of that. It's because you're no longer bound by the systems. Ang tagal ko na talaga hindi naka-journal. Ang tagal ko na talaga hindi slow down. The time the defense ended Monday, kami yung very first. Actually, we were the third. Sophia the third. And then, last night the night prior rather, was when I was rereading my 2025 journal. Everything that I've learned has been condensed here in this, I don't know how many pages this is. I never really was a journaler because I couldn't do it. I didn't have the time, the space, and the skill. I like solitude. There's a beauty to solitude, being with yourself. Because you're present, right? Being alone is different. Alone, lonely. I'm not alone. I am with myself. I am present. Being with yourself is different than being alone. You and I alone. Going back to this thing, buti nga may sinulat ako ito. May topic tayo. Heuristic. It's, adjacent to integration or to what Steve Jobs said about integration. So I found here, it was December 5th, 2025. I was in Geology. I was eating probably chicken wings, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni, and then nag-YouTube ako as I do because that's my guilty pleasure. It's from the video from Who is Alistair? The Pain of Becoming Yourself. The video talks about Steve Jobs' Stanford University commencement speech in 2005. In addressing university, telling them three stories about their life. The first story is all about connecting the dots. He said to learn as much as you can. Kung anong gusto mo, just study it. Okay? Learn as much as you can about whatever interest you have in the moment. And then you never know how you're going to be able to use it in the future. You cannot connect the dots looking forward, but by looking backwards. Yes, that's why taking breaks is also important too. Take breaks mindfully to, actually look back. And the lens that you look back on, sometimes you have to clean them. Sometimes the lens is cracked. And sometimes the lens is dirty, sometimes there's noise. You really, really, really have to block a time and a place. Club, bus, another club. Kailangan talagang set. And that's why I think that's how I apply heuristics to connecting the dots. Because heuristics is just, basically by rule of thumb, acting by rule of thumb. But heuristics can be prone to cognitive biases, or like the cognitive shortcuts, or like the autocomplete of your brain. Like, pag nagkaroon ka ng negative experience about something, like one negative experience, ibig sabihin the whole experience of that in that place ngayon. Like, nagpaduman ka sa restaurant, tapos like, one time, nag-irigit ka, hindi ka nalugod mabalik. Like, nag-irigit ka. Pero sabi ko, maybe it's not the restaurant. Maybe it was something in the moment that made you irrigate, and it's not the restaurant itself. So, sometimes the brain loves to do that. Another thing that I listened to about cognitive phenomena is the brain's, our evolutionary predisposition. Putang inang words. Our evolutionary mechanisms of survival through seeing the predator in the forest. Kasi there might be so many good things happening in your life, and this one simple bad thing happens, and then all of a sudden it's the only thing you can think about. It's like reading the comments section. Everybody say wow, wow, blah, 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 praise, 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 and then like one bad comment, one criticism, and then you latch on to that. A healthy attachment to those kinds of moments is not letting that dictate your self-worth, but rather realizing that their comment is only a reflection of them. Bata pa lang ako na-realize ko na people bullying me, the way people act is not a reflection of me, but a reflection of them. So if they hate me, that means they hate themselves, or they hate something in themselves that I show them. Something like that. Na-realize ko yung bata ko, so I was like a bit unproblematic. But the thing is, there was so many other things. Like, my younger self had this wisdom in him, and for some reason it was gone. I don't think it was ever lost. I think I was overwhelmed with data, and then the pipeline got faulty, and then naging negative tuloy yung spirals ko. So instead of being an unbothered bitch, I was very bothered. Damn. And now I'm balancing being bothered and unbothered. Connected but not attached. A little you. Everything is propaganda. What I'm doing is propaganda in and of itself. That's why you should actually, the best thing to learn right now is all about critical thinking, philosophy, and all of that. That's one of the greatest things that I have found. Learn how to think as well. Metacognition. Thinking how to think. I was like, okay, nag-iisip ko. Paano ba ako nag-iisip? Inisip ko kung paano yung pag-iisip ko. And I realized ko the way that I was thinking was wrong. And then I had to fix the way that I was thinking. And then I was observing my thoughts. Sabi ko, why am I thinking like this? Did it help me? No. How can I improve this like that? The biggest things that I've noticed, I've written here on the latest journal entry. Kasi yung may mga bagay na nangyayari again and again and again. And then, chine-check ko kung ano ba yung mga constants. Ano yung variables that were, ano yung mga correlated or coincidental. Some things were coincidental based on my observations, and some things are correlated. And I have to log that in here. That's why this has been very helpful. Kasi no 2024, ata was the first time that I actually logged things down, and then nag scientific method and stuff. Like, this happened because of that. And then, weeding out the fallacies and the hallucinations that my brain's artificial intelligence was doing. And then just training the model to be better heuristically. So it's costly, but it's worth it. Kasi, why not? It's very fun doing this. And it's very fun doing this podcast as well. Especially when I'm like actually feel a visceral reaction to speak. And not because I feel like I'm forced to say things into the microphone, but rather, it just feels right. Kasi, bakit mo naman pipilitin ng sarili mo na mag-go kung di ka pa naman go talaga? Diba? Sometimes, it's a no. And you decide to yes. Oh, diba? Decision is the choice to reject everything else except that. I don't know, but marami din dito sa journal na to na like natutunan ako. And like on the previous episodes, learning about discipline being an emotion. That's why emotional regulation is the best thing to do. What I've noticed is that emotional intelligence must be paired with compassion and communication. Everything is connected. You cannot have, everything is integrative. You cannot have just one thing and not have the other. It's just like science and art. Science cannot be separated from the art. Science is art itself. They're interwoven with one another. But you have to be pragmatic about it. Another word na narinig ko is pragmatism. Let us find the definition of it. You know, kasi ang rami kong mga sinasabing words, hindi ko naman dinidefine. Pragmatism is a practical approach to problems and life that focuses on what works best to achieve desirable results rather than being guided. Ang hirap mag-American accent. Like, the Australian accent is the most comfortable accent because your tone is literally chilling at the back of your throat. Hindi ka na mahihirapan over-pronounce the words because it's very chill. So, pragmatism is a practical approach to problems in life that focuses on what works best to achieve desirable results rather than being guided by fixed theories or ideals. There's so much reconstructing going inside my brain and my body. Like the journey of metabolism. It started off fucking painful, dude. Like, ang sakit talaga. Like, ang rami kong... May mga things... Like, okay, here's the biggest thing that I've noticed. Imagine... Okay, I'm just gonna fucking say it here. Kasi I think I've reached the point that... Ano yun? What do you call the thing when time has passed and then it's okay to talk about? What do you call the thing when time has passed and you can talk about it now? The seal is a statute of limitations. Found it. I'm gonna write it down. Yeah, the statute of limitations. Okay, enough time has passed that it's no longer off limits. The embargo has been lifted. Statute of limitation. Sulat ko nga yan. Another like phrase that I found, that I heard recently or remembered, narinig ko na naman again, is getting lost, missing the forest for the trees. The fuck? You're focusing on one simple little thing. Nakalimutan mo na the whole big thing. It's like applicable pa din naman, diba? Heuristics. Applicable pa din naman siya to the one, us focusing on one small little thing and forgetting the whole bigger picture. That's why taking a step back is very important, the slowing down. So yeah, the statute of limitations has passed on this topic that I'm talking about how much change my mindset, I believe, has changed. There are things, there are experiences, there are places, and there are people that we have a visceral reaction to. Sometimes it's a good reaction, and sometimes it's bad. Trauma. I think you have trauma with places, people, feelings, songs, blah, blah, blah. And then I attached. So the story is, I attached myself to a version of someone in my head. And then when I met them in real life and it didn't match, I was very much confused. So yun, napaprocess ako, napag-isip ako, tas basta I was so hard on myself, blah, 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 blah. And now I saw the person again, and then dati talaga I was so afraid, or like my heart was racing, or I didn't know how to act. And then now I just saw them and I was like, okay. Tapos na. It literally passed. Past me would have been so anxious or so traumatized, but by my choices that were attached to the person did nothing wrong, okay? Wala siyang ginawang wala. They just did what they were doing at the time. And I do not hold anyone to a fault. I blame no one. Because there's no one to blame. It's just what it is. The situation though, and me, the way I choose to control the narrative in my head, and the way that I processed it, I've forgiven that. Kasi what's the point in being angry at your past self for not knowing the things you know now? Cut yourself some slack. Cause like, di naman nila alam na ganito pala dapat gano'n, diba? Alam mo na. well, they continue. And also, if you want to stop doing something, you can't just go cold turkey into it. Kasi there's a void that becomes present after removing something also. Hindi ko na to gagawin. Wala na siya. Anong gagawin mo? There's this bad thing. Ito tuloy gagawin mo? You have to replace it with a better thing. So yan, that's how you improve. It's trial and error. It's heuristics, vibes. It's heuristics. Blame, regret is gone. I'm saying that into the world. I felt it, I feel it, and when I see blame and I hear regret, it's just a reaction. My body just reacts like, no, it doesn't want this. Shame. Am I ashamed? I was ashamed. I'm literally learning what my emotions are telling me and what my tonsils are telling me. My tonsils talaga are the signal na like, magpahinga ka na, like legit rest. Or it's like telling me na you want to say something. It's like suffocating. Hindi ka nakakasalita. You can't get it out there. It's depressed. It's repressed. So you have to express. So hence, I'm here. Hopefully by doing this podcast, I am oppositing or like canceling out the repressive thing that my tonsils are feeling. Kasi mahalang gamot. And I'd rather choose to work on myself. But like in the future, if it happens, when it happens, because it'll be better. I think that's good. I don't want to talk about anything more. Should I continue? Story 2, love and loss. Just keep looking and keep finding. You'll know when you find it. Like, trust your intuition. Like, this is a yes. For some reason. Minsan nakakapagod kasi. It's not withdrawal, it's surrendering. Surrendering is trusting that things will go your way. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. It's the last one na inano ni Steve Jobs. The story about death. He said that your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. I know that's right. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. The way that I interpret it is that I no longer choose to do what other people tell me to do because I feel the need to be validated by that, or like that means that yes, I'm good. Like, no, because I want to, and doing the thing that they say makes me feel good and it helps people, but I have to check in with myself if I can do it, because if I can't, then why would I go the extra mile to do something good for other people if that good is not good for me? It's like a net negative. Like, you lose so that other people gain. Dapat parehas kayo nag-gain. You know what I mean? Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. That's why I've always tried to stay silent, or when I get a piece of silence, I try to just sit in it. And then, during this time, like late at night, is where the most silent. This is when I'm the most cognitively regulated. After I've gotten everything done, finally I can think for myself. Because I don't want to think about all of that anymore. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Another thing na nakita ko as I was revisiting my Instagram feed, like yung highlights of the stories, and also after going to the gym. Training to failure is how muscles grow. Why wouldn't you apply that to your brain as well? Diba? Pain. Don't make the pain. Making the pain go away. Pain just goes away, but it always returns, because life is pain. Life is suffering. You have to be more tolerant to the pain and the suffering. But there are injustices in this world that we have to fight for. And we have to, change that. You have to change the things that are not good. Pero, everything comes at a cost. Everything requires something. So choose wisely. Choose your struggles wisely. Ang maraming mga quotes, ang maraming mga things, and the way that I was able to have a better understanding of it was through actually listening to professionals and like getting the science that backs it up and hearing anecdotal evidences from people who've experienced it, and actually just being true to myself. Like, that because I was in denial, is a river in Egypt, your husband is gay. So now that I'm like completely true to myself, like, I don't lie. I can't lie to save my life. Hindi ko naman sasabihin to, I'm not gonna tell something straight to their face, tell someone straight to their face the truth if it's like difficult. Like, hindi ko naman, there are ways to soften the truth. You have to adjust your communication to fit the person that you're talking to and to their level of understanding. So yun. Let's do some manifestations. I am going to make gym friends. I'm going to make new friends. And then I'm going to transfer them into other parts of my life. Because that's how you make friends though. The way you make friends is you go do an activity, you keep doing that activity, you meet people also doing the same activity, and then you ask them out to do other activities with you, and then that's how it starts. I do have a few friends na... Actually, sarap pa man sana ang friend ko sa gym na na-meet ko sa gym. Sino pa ba? There are other people that I want to be friends with, pero hindi ko ma-timing. Ayoko naman na pilitin na mag-hello sa kanila kasi hindi naman ako marunong mag-ganon. Pero, slowly but sure. I actually have made dalawa na pala. I forgot. Actually, 3 na ata now. Wow! From 0 to 3. 0 to hero, and just like that, Disney. So yes, continuing to do that. I will be, when talking to someone, when we're manifesting, kasi there are things that like, I will, blah, blah, blah. There's a more powerful one pala. I am grateful that I have made new friends. I'm so happy of the new friends that like pretending as if you already have it. Because like for some reason you're gonna have it. The fuck? I don't know why, pero nangyayari talaga yan. Scary. Nakakatakot talaga. Like sometimes when things just happen. Pero hindi ka dapat maging attached. Kasi pag imagine mong igwa ka na kaini, tapos iisip mo na igwa ka, like namumundo ka na wala talaga siya. Like if you want to have like this experience and you're getting lonely because like in your head you have that pero wala. No. Be detached. Like manifest that in a moment. A single moment. Detach from it. And then it will come to you. The fuck? I'm very grateful of the new friends that I found at the gym and the summer that we enjoyed. Ha! Ayan. We're gonna have so much fun with the new friends that I made. And then so grateful of the growth that I've experienced. The growth we've experienced together. I'm grateful for money. I forgot to be grateful for money. I'm so grateful for the amount of money, for wealth and abundance. 风势,小事. Ano yan? the Kris Jenner meme of China. So grateful for the amount of abundance that has come to me. I'm grateful for the love and the appreciation. Ano ba? I'm grateful for I'm grateful for graduating. Yes, graduated ako. In my head, graduated na ako. So the fact that I've been thinking that for the past few months, and then I'm getting closer to it, I get a bit anxious, but like in my head, I'm like, graduate ako. Kasi sino ba naman ang ayaw niyan, di ba? I'm not sharing you guys like private things that like, kasi who doesn't want to have new friends? Who doesn't want to form connections? Who doesn't want to feel the whole expanse of human experience? Kasi it's not sharing plans. It's like, yeah, I'm actually living that. You know what I mean? So yun. There are some things that I will manifest privately. So yeah. I'll catch you up on in the next few months. Oh my god, I'm choppy na. But basically, I'll catch you up in the next few months and let's see where this leads us. Kung ano yung update. You know what I mean? Oh, yan. Wala na tuloy akong camera. Na-overwhelm na yung aking battery. Or phone, rather. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you. Oh, meron pala. Stay kind. Ano yung outro ko? Have courage and be kind. Be compassionate. Decolonize, de-influence your mind. Blah, 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 blah. Love you. Bye.